618, Todd Jeffries and Don Pryor.
Hi.
This is the Todd and Don Show.
Morning to you.
So the folks at Texas A&M, they do a lot of research when it comes to jobs, when it comes to the economy and the housing markets. They got a new report out, and they say the Dallas-Fort Worth area tops the state in home sales and construction. But Austin is the leader when it comes to the median home price. Houston is gaining on the DFW in both building and sales. And the comparisons are pretty interesting. The median price of a home here in Austin is now $295,000. Dr. James Gaines from Texas A&M University, he tells us a little bit more.
And one of the things that we noticed about Austin, Round Rock area, it is most definitely, and this is nothing new that you haven't heard before, but the pace of growth of economic growth, and when I say economic growth, read employment growth, has slowed down. And it's not a bad thing. It's not that it's falling off the edge of the earth or anything like that. It is a matter of that the area had been going so fast and so strong for so long that it was inevitable it was going to have to slow down a little bit. Now, it's still growing at a better than 2% a year job growth number, but as compared, for example, about a year and a half ago, it was close to 4%. So we're seeing the market go through one of its normal kind of cycle. Austin, particularly, for the last 5, 6, 7 years, has been just one of the hottest markets in the United States in terms of job growth, population growth, and in the housing market and housing sector. Well, that doesn't last forever.
Yeah, that's right. Or something a little bit more realistic, I guess. And how about the rental market?
The rental values are increasing significantly. Rents first quarter up over 3% for single-family rentals, probably a little bit more than that for multifamily rentals. The property listings, people now willing to sell or wanting to sell their homes, is up a little bit. It's up about 8%, but it still isn't enough to fuel the transaction volume. And, of course, the home builders are trying to build homes as best they can, and in price brackets, the price cohorts that are the most active in the market.
Now, looking at the numbers, and this is from Texas A&M's research and Dr. James Gaines there, home sales in Austin, 7,194 homes sold in Austin in the first quarter of the year. The median price is up to $295,000 here in Austin. More than 6,800 various listings are currently on the market during that time. The median home price in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, $260,000. The median home price in San Antonio, $221,000. The median home price in Houston, $232,000. So he mentioned that home builders are trying to keep up with all of this. I mean, the demand is great, but there's, quite a variety of hurdles getting in the way of home builders these days. And here's Dr. James Gaines again.
But that's proving to be quite difficult given high land prices, shortage of labor, and increased material cost to bring in new homes at price, in the price brackets that they'd like to. They'd like to be at the $200,000 to $325,000 bracket, and it's really difficult to bring in a new stick-built house into those levels anywhere close in. Now, they can go further out, especially east of Austin on the east side of 35, and go out and acquire a little less expensive land and build homes, tract homes, and so forth. But now you're going to then pay the commuting cost, and people are being forced to live further out from downtown.
Yeah, kind of a double whammy. You start building a little further out because it's more affordable, and then all of a sudden you need a bond package for a train to get those people into downtown.
That's it, huh?
We got a full report on this, including more from Texas A&M and Dr. Gaines on the front page of our websites at newsradioklbj.com.
It is amazing still watching what's going on around here. My neighborhood, for example, is a small neighborhood. Anytime a house goes on the market, it's just amazing how quickly they're going. Someone down the street, their house was on the market for 3 weeks, and he was starting to panic.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know. What's wrong?
Hey, stay with us. Coming up at 7:50, as we take our 6:50 rather, we take a look at some tech news, including Uber. They're ready to fly you around town. Uber flights and a ride-sharing service is, it's taken off. We'll explain the details of that coming up at 6:50.
Literally.
And coming up after the news at 6:35, after protest and complaints about the Austin ISD renting space to a church that does not allow gay members, which is not true. And this is a KXAN story here. The church does allow gay members. They do. It's not a requirement. Sorry, you're not gay. You can't sit in this pew. Celebration Church does not restrict gay people from attending their church. They do have strong, controversial views, according to some, about gay marriage.
They do.
They do.
Views.
They will not do a gay wedding. I get you. I understand that. But they do allow gay people at their church.
Sorry, you can't come
Well,
in.
all of this has become very controversial as the Austin School District plans to use $10,000 in rent money that they get from Celebration Church to boost student participation in Austin Pride Week, the Austin Gay Pride Parade. We're going to hear from some former students and some parents and some educators on this issue coming up at 6:35 right after the news. It's become rather controversial. And some say the AISD did this on purpose to point the finger, stick a thumb in the face of Governor Greg Abbott and the Republican legislature at the state capitol.
Of course. It's very political.
We'll explain all the details straight ahead right here on News Radio KLBJ.
The Todd and Don Show.